Hello there. Hi. Assalamualaikum. This is Amnah here from My English Matters. And today we are back for our weekly Facebook Lives on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. So if you're watching me live now, say hello to me so that I can see you and I can say hi to you. I love seeing your comments here. And if you're shy, you can just share this video or share it with your friends. Give me a heart, something. I like to see some engagement here. So today, for this week's Facebook Live session, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome your fear of speaking English. But before we begin, I just want to say, how are you? And ask, how are you? Today is actually the first day of Ramadan. If you're not familiar with Ramadan, maybe you're watching from a different country or you're not familiar with our culture and our religion, this is the first day of Ramadan where we fast for 1 month from morning until evening. So this morning I had my early breakfast at about 5 a.m. So I usually don't eat breakfast. I usually have like a cup of coffee with milk in it and it keeps me full until noon. But today I had a breakfast, I had rice, I had a few drinks, I had the dates. And then at 8 a.m., my 5-year-old son, he woke up. Now when he woke up, he wanted breakfast. So I made him these fried eggs for him to eat with bread. And then as I was cooking his egg, I was like, oh gosh, I'm hungry now. And I was like wondering, why am I hungry? I'm never hungry. I'm usually like, when it's not the fasting month, I'm not hungry. But this is what happens when your brain is telling you, okay, you can't eat, you're fasting, don't eat. But now you're hungry, right? I never get hungry. But anyway, hi, Ashikin. Hi, Cairo Hisham. Hello, Emilia. Hi, Diana. Hi, Farahida. Great to see you guys. Hello, Madam Azima. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Aisha, Asikin, Khaira Hisham. Great to see you. So I hope you're all having a wonderful morning. Today I'm going to talk about how to overcome your fear of speaking English. So I have a few slides to share with you. I have 10 points to share with you, so I hope you'll bear with me. Hi, Anna. I can see you. Lukman, Ramli. All right, let's start, shall we? How to overcome your fear of speaking English. Number 1, know that your fear is normal, all right? When we speak English, when English is your second language, it doesn't come naturally to you. You are actually taking yourself out of your comfort zone. And naturally, when you take yourself out of your comfort zone, you're going to have some anxiety, you're going to have some fear, and you're going to feel nervous, and that's normal. So the first thing I want you to know is that your fear is normal, right? A lot of our students, they always ask us, how do I get rid of this fear? How do I get rid of this anxiety when I have to speak English? So that's where I'm starting off. I'm starting off by telling you that the fear of speaking English, the fear of doing something that is outside of your comfort zone is normal. So I just want to share you my own story that every week, I've been doing these Facebook Lives since a year, for more than a year now. And every single week that when I do it, the few hours before the Facebook Live, I am nervous as heck. My hands are like clammy. I get butterflies in my stomach. But I've been doing this so many times, I still get nervous. And even before the Facebook Live, like a few hours before it, I'm like, okay, this is the last time I'm doing a Facebook Live. I don't want to do this ever again. I hate this feeling. But once it's done, I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. That was quite fun, actually. And then I schedule another one for the following week. And the following week, I go through the same cycle, telling myself, I'm never doing this again. I hate this feeling. I'm not going to do a Facebook Live again. I'm going to do recorded videos instead. These are the things that I tell myself because I'm nervous. And I have that fear of speaking as well. It's not necessarily fear of speaking English, but it's a fear of speaking in public. It's always there. It's never going to go away. But what I do with it is that I deal with it. I go through the fear and I know that I'll be okay, right? So that brings me to my next point, which is number 2. Know that it's fine to make mistakes. You have to know that there's never going to be a moment that is perfect, that is going to meet your high expectations for yourself. I know that I'll probably make a mistake in this Facebook Live. I just made a blunder just now. The word, what do you call it? Tersasul. I say things, the wrong words. That's normal and it's fine to make mistakes. What's great about doing this Facebook Live is that it pushes me out of my comfort zone, and it also shows you that I make mistakes too. Because a lot of the videos that we see on TV, they're probably scripted, they're already edited, their grammar mistakes have been deleted out. So I just want you to know that it's fine to make mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm not a native speaker, but English is my second language, but I make mistakes too. And just tell yourself it's okay to make mistakes. And even if you do make a mistake, right, you can look back on it and learn from it, because making mistakes is part of the journey of learning English. For example, when we were children, we went to school and we were allowed to make mistakes, and we were allowed to make mistakes in college and university. But somehow we think that now that we have finished university, now that we finished school, we think that we're not allowed to make mistakes. And that's not true. I want you to look at the situation that you're in, to look at your working place or wherever you are working at. Take that as a place for you to learn and make mistakes and get better over time. You will get better each time you'll make a mistake. Don't be ashamed of making mistakes. Make that a learning opportunity to tell yourself, okay, I made that mistake. I'll try not to repeat it. But if you do, it's fine. There's no such thing as a perfect situation. We have students who are so hard on themselves. Every time they finish a presentation, they're so hard on themselves. They say, oh God, I'm so disappointed in myself. We don't want that for you. We want you to think, okay, I made this mistake. I wasn't perfect. It's fine. I'll get better over time. So have that growth mindset. Tell yourself that you'll be okay. Be your best coach. Telling yourself that you'll be okay. Some people, right, we have the money, maybe you have the money to hire yourself a coach to tell you that you'll be okay, that you'll do great, you will learn from your mistakes. But if you don't believe that yourself, then that's the problem. You have to believe that you'll be okay. And for me, confidence in whatever that you do, whether it's in speaking English or speaking in public, confidence is about knowing that you'll be okay, right? I feel fear and anxiety before I have to speak in public, but I know that I'll be okay and I will push through it because I will take it as a learning opportunity. So I want you to be your best coach. Tell yourself that you'll be okay, and each blunder, each mistake is a chance for you to learn and get better. Okay? Right. Number 4, have an intention before you speak. Now, for every situation where you have to speak English, it's best for you to have an intention for yourself. So, for example, maybe you have a presentation that you have to present in front of your bosses or in front of your colleagues. What is the intention behind that presentation? So, have an intention for it. Maybe your intention is, okay, I want to convince my boss and my colleagues to go ahead with this proposal. So having that intention helps you to take the focus out from yourself and focus on the intention of the presentation or intention of the discussion, all right? So that we're not so focused on our nerves and our anxiety, but we are focused on where we want our message to go. Okay, for myself, my intention for this Facebook Live, for example, I have an intention to be present and to be charismatic, to be prepared. In fact, every time before I do these Facebook Lives, I write on a piece of paper, I write down, I am prepared and I'm charismatic. I write those 2 words because, one, I know that if I'm prepared, I feel confident. I feel confident during the session. And it's important for me to be charismatic as well because I have to connect with you students online. So those are the words that I write myself. So if I'm prepared and I write it down, I take the extra effort to prepare and to rehearse for this session. So I actually rehearse for these sessions so that I'm prepared and I feel confident with myself. So have that intention for yourself, whether it's for a big presentation or whether it's just, you just want to be prepared before you go to work for a meeting, for example, or when you have to go out and meet other parents of your children's school, for example. So have that intention. Maybe it's like your intention is, okay, my intention is I want to be a confident person. I want to be an energetic person. Okay? So have that intention before you speak. Next is to visualize yourself speaking calmly and confidently. So the fourth point here, having an intention also helps you to visualize yourself speaking calmly and confidently. Now, maybe you don't have time to do this just before you have to speak spontaneously, but try to do this maybe weekly. So visualizing yourself, okay, I am a calm and confident person. You are visualizing yourself speaking to your colleagues, to your boss, or to other people around you where you are calm and confident. So once you have that intention, you can start visualizing yourself being fluent, being calm and confident. And that helps as well. And rehearsing also helps. So for me, I rehearse. So when I'm rehearsing, that's sort of like visualizing. I'm visualizing myself speaking to you guys, to you people on the internet in a way that's calm and confident, and hopefully will help you as well. All right, number 6, take a deep breath, smile, and speak slowly. All right, so this is reminding me to take a deep breath as well. When we are nervous, we tend to not breathe, right? We like holding our breath, or we tend to be breathing really fast. And that's part of being nervous. And one tip also is to tell yourself that instead of telling yourself that you're nervous, tell yourself that you are excited, you are energetic, because the way that your body responds to anxiety and the way your body responds to enthusiasm is sort of the same. You're excited, you have high adrenaline. So take a deep breath, smile, and speak slowly, right? So take a deep breath. That helps to calm your nerves as well. Smile, all right? So sometimes when we're nervous, our face is like, we can't even move our mouth here, or we look so nervous. So when you smile, you're actually reminding yourself, you're like, okay, get a grip, girl, smile. So smile, okay? So that you remind yourself, get yourself out of your thoughts and out of your anxiety and smile. And remember that when you smile, the people who are listening to you or who are watching you, they look at you and they're like, oh, okay, she looks relaxed. And they relax too. And when you see that person relaxed, you feel relaxed as well. So it's kind of like a mirroring effect there. If you look very nervous, then the people that you're speaking to, they would be sort of nervous as well. They're like, oh gosh, she's so nervous. I feel bad for her. And then when that person shows that kind of face, you will feel even worse. Okay, so smile and speak slowly. So many of our students say that, how do I speak so fast when I'm nervous? How do I slow down? Slow down. The main 3 reasons that we know our students speak fast is because, 1, they're very nervous. They're out of breath. So take a deep breath. Number 2, they want to get the presentation over and done with as fast as they can. For that sort of thing, that sort of problem, remember that you don't have to be in a rush to finish off your presentation or finish off your speech. Remember the intention, right? If you speak too fast, you can't get the message across effectively. So speak slowly. If you know your intention is to convince someone to do something, you're going to have to take the time to get them to buy into your message, right? So speak slowly. And when you speak slowly, you can breathe better. And when you breathe better, you feel better. You feel calmer, okay? And the other reason that people speak very fast is because they are afraid of making grammar mistakes. I just want you to know that as a second language learner, making grammar mistakes when you speak is normal. And even native English speakers make grammar mistakes, all right? I have friends from where English is their native language, and I notice they make mistakes too. And I'm not judging them, but I'm sharing this to tell you that it's normal to make grammar mistakes. And I do make grammar mistakes myself, especially when I'm speaking. But it's fine to make grammar mistakes when you speak, as long as you are, in the background, you are learning English, you're doing your best to improve your English. But when it comes to speaking, forget about grammar. What's important is that you get your message across, right? Because if you're so worried about having perfect grammar when you speak, it's going to affect how you speak, and it's going to affect your train of thought. Because when you speak and you're thinking about the grammar, getting your grammar right, it will slow you down, right? Or make you speak very fast because you don't want people to hear your grammar mistake, right? So try not to be so self-conscious about your grammar, okay? Number 7, practice one-on-one and or in small groups. So perhaps you're afraid of speaking English when it comes to speaking with in a group of people. So try to practice first with, say, a friend, okay? And then you tell your friend, okay, I want to speak English with you for 1 hour every day during lunchtime. So you could do that with her. So you could tell her, can we start speaking English just for 1 hour, just during lunchtime, okay? And then after that, we can speak Malay or speak whatever language that you speak. And just get into the habit of talking in English and speaking in English and expressing your emotions and your fears and your thoughts in English. It might feel awkward if you don't speak English to that person on a daily basis, but if you do it every day for about a week, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it and you'll think, oh, okay, it's not that bad. It comes easily now because we've been doing it every day. And then once you are comfortable speaking one-on-one with someone in English, you can start speaking in small groups. So it could be just with your boss and a colleague. So it's a group of 3 people, and practice speaking English with them. And as you get more confident speaking in a small group, then you move on to a bigger group, maybe with your big bosses, for example, okay? So it's all about progressing slowly. So maybe you want to go here, right, in your level of confidence, but you are here. So you're not going to jump from here to here straight away. You're going to take small steps to get there, okay? Number 8, practice writing in English to help clarify your thoughts. Now, you might be thinking, why writing? We're talking about speaking, right? But I want you to know that writing helps you to clarify your thoughts. What that means is when you write, right, you are usually writing by yourself. And when you write about your feelings or about your goals, about your ambitions, when you write those down, you have the time to actually look up words on the internet and the thesaurus to find the correct words to write. So this is kind of a practice for you to get used to using those words through writing first. And then once you write every day, you're used to finding the right words to use, correcting your grammar. Then sometimes you want to write something and you're looking for the correct English word for it. And you're like, what is that word? I know that word in Malay, but I don't know that word in English. So you look it up online and then you just write it down. And then it will stick with you because you've used that word before in writing. So what I do is I usually write in the mornings and in the evenings. That might seem a bit too much for some of you. If you're not used to writing, try writing once a week. Just start off with once a week. Just writing about your week. Maybe you can start on Sunday before the week begins, on Sunday night. You write about, what went well during the week. What did you learn? What things you're grateful for? Those are the kinds of things that you can write to practice expressing yourself through writing. Practice expressing your emotions and your thoughts or your fears or your goals and your dreams so that it helps you when it comes to speaking. You've already used that word before in your writing. Okay, you've already found the word that's suitable for that specific situation. So I find writing is helpful for me. I'm not sure if it will help you, but this is my personal tip, is writing has helped a lot. I've been writing emails to our My English Matters subscribers every week since 2017, I think. I write every single week, and I have noticed that writing has helped me become a better speaker because I write a lot and I have Googled a lot of words, a lot of the correct words to use. So I use them when I'm speaking. Okay? Number 9, proactively look for situations that are outside of your comfort zone. So maybe speaking English is outside of your comfort zone. But I want you to start thinking of other ways, proactively look for opportunities where you are going out of your comfort zone. So speaking English, maybe you can proactively say, okay, I want to volunteer to present the numbers for this meeting, for example. So you are looking for ways that you can go outside of your comfort zone. Because what we always say to our students is that growth is outside of your comfort zone. It's doing something that is challenging, something that you fear. You are actually moving towards your fear. So when you move towards your fear, you can grow. All right. So when you are always doing something that is outside of your comfort zone, and you have to speak English, and you think, okay, speaking English is outside of my comfort zone, but I've gone out of my comfort zone many times already, and I know that I can do it. So you're creating that sort of feeling inside of yourself, knowing that you will be okay if you get out of your comfort zone. You'll probably make mistakes, you'll probably fall, but you can get up again. So that's why I want you to push yourself to get out of your comfort zone. Okay? That's what I'm doing myself. I'm telling myself I need to get out of my comfort zone, because once, for me, doing these Facebook Lives, it was outside of my comfort zone. Now it's still a bit scary for me, but it's something that I can do. And now I'm looking for other ways that I can push myself to get out of my comfort zone so that I'm continually growing, right? So once we do something so many times, we kind of desensitize ourselves. We kind of think, okay, I can do this now. So what's next? And we are actually growing when we are no longer fearful of something that we thought was hard before. Okay? And this is my last tip. Memorize phrases to use when your mind goes blank. So maybe your fear of speaking English is that you're afraid that your mind will go blank. So this can happen, right? It can happen. Your mind can go blank. What do you do? Okay. So I have some phrases that I want to share with you that you can, I'll show you here, right? Some phrases to use when your mind goes blank. So when your mind goes blank, somebody asks, for example, somebody asks you to share an opinion, and you're like, oh gosh, in your head, you're like, oh God, I can't answer this question. My mind is going blank. That happens, right? When you're nervous, nothing comes out, especially if English is your second language. It's like stuck, all right? So try to memorize some of these phrases, write them down here, or you can take a screenshot here, write them down, memorize it, and then you can use it when your mind goes blank. So here are some phrases that I've compiled for you. Number 1, give me a second. Right? How shall I put it? Right, say like, how shall I put it? Okay. Or somebody asks you a question and your mind is going blank. You go, I'm glad you asked. I've never really thought about that, but let me think. Well, that's a good question. If somebody asks that question, if somebody asks you a question, that's a good question. That's a great question. Or thanks for asking. That's another one. Where should I start? Where should I start? Okay, so the function of these phrases is to buy time. Okay, we've talked about buying time before. Buying time means it's giving you time to think. It's giving you time to compose yourself. And it also lets the listener know that you are listening, right? It's filling in that awkward silence when somebody asks you a question, they're expecting you to answer, and there's like a silence there when you're going blank. So using these phrases can help to fill in that silence. But what happens, for example, if you have nothing to say, even if after you've used these filler phrases, these phrases, right? You could just say, let me get back to you on that. Or you could say, I think I need some time to think about this. Can I get back to you later? Or I don't think I have anything to comment on that. And then you move on. You move on to the next topic. That's fine. If you just have nothing to say. Don't be so hard on yourself if you have nothing to say, okay? It's all about being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself if you have nothing to say. Lan says, I don't have much time. If you are in a rush, you could say, I don't have much time. I have school. I have school to go to, and then you run off to school, right? Okay. So that's all from me. So we'll just summarize again how to overcome your fear of speaking English. Number one, know that your fear is normal. Everybody has a fear, some sort of anxiety of doing something that is outside of your comfort zone. So if speaking English is outside of your comfort zone, then feeling that fear is normal and you're not alone. We know so many of our students who have this fear of speaking English. And if that's you, it's normal. You're one of them. But you can overcome it. Just know that it's fine to make mistakes. Number three, tell yourself that you'll be okay. Be your best coach. Number four, have an intention before you speak. Having an intention helps to take the focus away from yourself to the intention of whatever you're doing, whether it's a presentation or you're speaking to someone, have that intention. Number five, visualize yourself speaking calmly and confidently. This helps as well so that you're more confident. Number six, take a deep breath, smile, and speak slowly. There's no rush for you to speak English. Number seven, practice one-on-one and in small groups. So practicing behind the scenes, practicing with a friend, or practicing with a few friends can help you overcome this fear. Practice writing in English to help clarify your thoughts. So writing can help you prepare, find the right words to use, practice writing so that the words come easily for you. So when it comes to speaking, you will sound more fluent. Number nine, proactively look for situations that are outside of your comfort zone so that you gain the confidence to know that you will be okay and you will make mistakes, but you will be okay and you will grow stronger and you'll grow more confident when you're getting out of your comfort zone. And number 10, memorize phrases to use when your mind goes blank. So those phrases can be used as fillers, can be used to fill in the time, to buy time so that you can regain your composure. And it can also help to fill in that awkward silence when your mind goes blank. Okay, so that's all from me for today. I hope that you'll join our email list and sign up at myenglishmatters.com. Once you join us, you will get 7 tips to help you speak with confidence. And every week we send you an email with tips or with lessons and also updates on our future online classes and online courses. So I hope you'll join us. And that's all from me. Selamat berpuasa, salam Ramadan, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.